Before you watch the video, we kindly ask that you hit the like button. It costs you nothing, helps us a lot. On to the show. Super Duty Tough Work. Once again, back is the incredible, you know what I'm saying, most infamous podcast on planet Earth, Blueprint. My co-host, Illogic. What is good, my friend?
Good, man. You know, happy Christmas, all that. Got my first actual pair of Timbs for Christmas. Got some chocolate joints. You know,
You got
what I mean?
real Timbs?
Real
It's
Timbs.
been a long time since I've seen Timbs in real life.
Yeah. I got my first pair of real, like, you know, classic Timbs, but they're the chocolate joints.
Did they make you feel like rapping? Did you
Yeah, man.
immediately start rapping like Nas? You know what I mean?
Maybe want to start, maybe want to listen to Wu-Tang, 36 Chambers and shit.
Right.
But yeah, man, good Christmas, you know, good time with family. Yeah, got some cool gifts and, you know, cool shit.
Nice.
Looking forward to the new year, man. Looking forward to it.
Hell yeah. Yeah. Merry Christmas to everybody. You know, happy holidays, Thanksgiving. And we got New Year's coming up. So this is our New Year's episode. You know, we're recording this before New Year's, but I think we went live a couple years back on New Year's.
Yeah.
Was that last year, year before? And we ain't had time to prepare for all that stuff. That shit be taking work. So you gotta really have that shit down. You know what I mean? Because shit go wrong. As we saw the first 5 minutes of the live last year. That shit was kind of crazy. But this year, we're just gonna start it like this, and we're just gonna do a New Year's episode. We're gonna talk about new beginnings and new things we want to do next year. And we want to use this opportunity to hopefully inspire everybody and have a conversation about, number one, how did 23 go for us? What kind of holes did we notice in our game? And look at 24. What are our goals? What do we want to change about our lives? And we have 3 different areas for this that we want to have this conversation. We want to talk about like creative goals. We want to talk about, you know, physical goals. And we want to talk about educational goals, things we want to learn. And I think those 3 areas should cover a lot of the things that we talk about in the show and the things that we hope that you guys participate in. Obviously, we have our challenges, but, you know, I think New Year's is a time to reflect. It's a time to kind of look back and say, this is where I was at. This is what I set out to do. Did I do it? Did I not? What can I do better going into 23? Into 24. You got a clean slate. Whether you believe it or not, you know, this is 2024. We ain't there yet. We there. It's time to get it started. You can start brand new and let 23 go. And we want to talk about that in this episode, talk about our goals. And hopefully if you're at home, we want you to participate with us to, you know, as you sit here listening, you know, write down those 3 categories. Think about those 3 categories, your creative goals, your physical goals, and your educational goals for 2024. And as we're here, you know, and as you listen to this on social media, whether it's our YouTube page, whether it's our SoundCloud, whether it's Twitter or Instagram, we'd like you all to participate, to write what you plan on doing in the comments. Share it with us, put it out into the universe and make it real, you know. And so we're going to take a break and then we'll be right back.
Word.
We got you stuck off the realness, the most infamous, you heard of us. Official podcast murderers, the show comes equipped with viewpoints to share. Grown man ideas for all those who care and want to grow, so go ahead and download. Every single week with a brand new episode. You're not alone in this world, cousin, so we share information and honest discussion and keep repping the culture like we supposed to. They spread gossip, but they never come close to. I can hear it inside their tone. They talk about the industry but never left their home. You get laced up with bullet points and such, plus empowering topics that they never would touch. You can put your whole network against the team, but Super Duty Tough Work's the MVP. Most valuable podcast on MP3. Priceless info, but all of it's free. So take these words home and think them through. Super Duty Tough Work is coming at you. You are now listening to Super Duty Tough Work with your host, print. Raw and uncut. Adult conversations. No shucking, no jiving, and no bullshit.
All right, Super Duty Tough Work. Happy New Year 2024. We're going to talk about, what we trying to do in 24. What are we trying to do in 24? And so I think the first category we're going to talk about is creative goals. Illogic and I have both taken some time to write down some creative goals for next year. And if you're listening, I hope you do the same. But what we're going to do before we get into the goals is I like to take a couple minutes to talk about what we felt we could have done better creatively in 2023. I'll go first. Creatively, I didn't drop anything. I did not release a project. Didn't release a book. Didn't release nothing. Creatively, I made some music. I made some music. I'm like, word. I got back to music because in 2021, I wasn't really doing any music. 2022, I didn't really do a lot of music. I started driving. 2022, I definitely didn't do no music for real. I did a little bit, but nothing to where I'm like, okay, this is done, ready to go. I feel good about it. This year, I found the time to get back to music, and that was in spring when I got my own truck. I had time waiting on that whole process, and that 30 days I was sitting, 60 days I was sitting, kind of got me back into the swing of waking up and making things every day. And I realized then, like, yo, you still got it, kid. You still got it. You know what I'm saying?
Still nice.
He's still nice with the fucking beats and the rhymes, man. Stop playing with him out here, Al. You still got it. But I realized, like, I didn't release anything. That's a big failure. The irony is that, I turned in my record to duplication in like January of 23.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Didn't get it back till December of 23. I knew it was going to take that long when I went into it. So that obviously slowed me down. Had I got that back sooner, I probably would have tried to release something sooner. But that was the big hole in my game creatively. I did not, although I did get back to making music regularly, making it a priority, finding a new routine to do that. I didn't release anything. I think that's my biggest problem area in last year for me. What about you, sir?
I would say the same. I didn't release anything last year either.
Yeah.
Like I did a lot of music, you know what I'm saying? Like I concentrated on, one of my biggest things last year was to really, dive deeper into the production world.
Yeah.
And, the scene of production. So I did that.
Yeah.
But as far as releasing any music, I didn't even attempt. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't even in the plans to release any music. After the transition, I was planning on taking a little break, but I wasn't planning on taking the whole year off. But, it happened. But yeah, that's one of my biggest gripes is that I didn't release anything. Now I just, last week, I put a project on streaming that hadn't been there.
Okay.
And a lot of people thought it was new, because it was just on my Bandcamp. It was only available on my Bandcamp.
Yeah.
And, I put it up and people were excited like it was a new project. So,
nice.
that's, that I did do that, but I haven't released anything new and honestly didn't even really work on anything to release brand new.
Yeah. Yeah. It was never in album mode.
Nah, not at all. Not at all. Not for me anyway,
Yeah. Nah, that's real. That's real. And so now let's talk about our creative goals for 2024. I got like 3 creative goals. And I don't even know but my first creative goal is to release 3 projects.
3?
Yeah.
One like full
yes.
joints.
One vocal album, one instrumental album, one re-release, repress. That's my goal. I don't know. The first one is already pressed. We'll see how the second two go. You know what I mean? But even if I fall short, I'm way ahead of what I did in 23.
Right.
22. I haven't dropped the album since 18.
Yeah.
That's too fucking long, dog. So my goal is to first just commit. Like, I've been moving things behind the scenes to try to get these projects done. You know what I mean? Like, one is done and pressed. Just needs to finish getting my stuff together behind the scenes to release it. We know how that go. The other one has artwork, it's mastered. You know what I mean? Not pressed, but it's ready to go to press. And then the third one, it will probably be a re-release. Probably got to get the artwork redone and all of that stuff and find the original recordings and stuff. But I don't think that is being too difficult. It's just I got to commit.
Yeah.
I got to commit.
But got to commit that bread too.
You already know.
That bread coming.
3 of them joints.
Yeah, that bread, that's upfront bread too.
You already know.
Yeah.
It's very real out here on these streets. But based on the money I just lost on this motherfucking truck, it can't be that bad. You know what I mean? Shit. Ain't enough for all this money I'm losing with this damn truck.
Right.
Shit. Music looking real pretty right now. Truck, you be to drop 10 G's and ain't made nothing off of it.
Right.
At least I know if I put 10 racks in the music, I'm going to make some money. Shit. That's not just to stay in business. It's like, you know, so that's what I want to release 3 projects. The other goal, and this is a secondary goal, but it probably goes with the first one. I want to collaborate more. You know, I want to collaborate with more artists. There's people I've been wanting to do stuff with for years, whether it's a song, whether it's a, you know what I'm saying? Some video stuff with, whether it's whatever. There's people I've wanted to work with. And I have not made it a priority the last few years because so much other stuff going on. But I think that collaboration is real important creatively because guys like us who are veterans, sometimes if we not collaborating, we don't have a lot of contact with the outside community. That's how you stay plugged in. You know what I mean? Our relationships, our working relationships, our projects that we're doing with other people inspire us and introduce us to new people and new crowds and new sounds and new ideas. And it's cool to be listening and all this other shit, but I think we should be creating with other people.
Yeah.
Find some people who believe in what you do and just start making stuff. I don't know what's going to happen with the stuff, but I think just making stuff is important. And then my third goal is just to release my first course based around the shit we talk on this podcast. That's my 3 creative goals. I probably, if I do 2 of them, I'm happy. But
I feel that.
That's my 3.
Word.
What about you, sir?
Well, my first one was to collaborate more, actually.
Nice.
I was actually on the phone with Swam. Shout out Swam.
Yeah.
We was on the phone yesterday, and that was, we was talking about that. Like, one of my biggest things is to collaborate with a lot more artists that, I consider peers and that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That I haven't ever worked with.
Yeah.
And there's so many cats that I know and freaking had their phone numbers in my phone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That I have not done music with either in a very long time, if ever.
Yeah.
And so I would like to get back into that. And also new artists that I really enjoy, especially in the city.
Yeah.
Working with some of those cats and, if nothing else, doing a beat for them or, getting on a verse or something like that. So collaborating is like really big on my list for this year. I would like to at least release 1 project this year.
Yeah.
Now that's going to be a tall task because I haven't even started on anything.
Mm-hmm.
So as far as release, because one of the things that is crazy is that I've had a DistroKid account for 2 years.
Yeah.
I just used it for the first time 2 weeks ago. And the thing, if you know DistroKid, you can upload as much
as you want, right?
Whenever you want. And I've had this account for 2 years and I haven't used it.
Damn.
Until I've been paying for it. You know what I'm
every
saying?
month they hit you.
I've been paying for it. So, like I'm going to use that. I'm going to start using it, whether I drop, singles, whether I drop, 3-song EP, whether I, whatever. Yeah. I'm going to start utilizing that because what am I holding on to me? I got music just sitting around that I could probably put an EP out tomorrow with the unreleased songs that I have. So I'm going to start utilizing that more, and I'm going to, start to drop more stuff and put more stuff out there in the universe, man, so people can actually hear the music that I'm doing. I can't take it with me. So
that's real. That's real. that's the point we're getting to in our lives. It's like, what the fuck am I sitting on this music for?
Exactly. So, that's number 2. And number 3, I would like to shoot more videos this year. Yeah. I would like to really get more into the video work. I'm actually in the process of editing a video for Kaz Meta and Jay Rawls. Mm-hmm. Shout out, Jay Rawls and Kaz Meta. But yeah, man, I would like to get, a little deeper into the video game. At least, shoot maybe 2 or 3 videos for other people, this year. So yeah, those are the 3 goals.
Yeah, that's good goals. Yeah, I thought about writing a video one down, but I'm like, you know what? I'm going to just stick to my 3 because, that would definitely, this is just like you. I want to get kind of back to the camera a little more. Not that I've been out of it, but I have been out of it.
Right.
Like,
see, I just want to get into it more.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I've been doing my own videos for a few years now.
Yeah.
And I'm just now, this is the second video I've done for someone else. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I want to get more into that. And, the way that you do that is to do a good job. You know what I'm saying? So I'm really working on, making sure this video is edited dope and everything so I can, get me a little reel like my man Printmatic released on his IG earlier. You know what I'm saying?
You see it?
So much heat. So much heat.
Yeah, man, I had to do it. I've been sitting on that joint for like 6-7 months. That reel. And I was like, why did I never completely finish this or drop it? And then it was on this computer that I moved somewhere else out of here. And I'm like, oh, why? This will help me get more work than just sitting here doing nothing. Like,
right.
Because sometimes you see, like, it's hard I forget all the stuff I've done. I'm like, oh wait, that was a cold-blooded shot right there. Look at that shot. Oh man, let me post this real quick and see what's out there, man. But yeah. Definitely had some cats hit me up like, hey, yeah. Let's chop it up about some future work. But yeah, I'm right there with you. Camera.
Yeah.
We back on it. So yeah, man. That's the first area. We'll take a break and we'll be right back.
Word.
This is your weekly reminder that we have 2 books that you, as a listener or watcher of this podcast, need to absolutely own. The first is The 10 Traits of Successful Hip Hop Artists, and the second is The Social Media Cheat Code. Both of these books were released within the last year. The 10 Traits of Successful Hip Hop Artists is a book where I go through the stories and explain the traits that are behind the success of some of the biggest names in hip hop today. The book has got nothing but amazing feedback. And if you are an artist, business person, whatever you do, if you would like to be inspired and would like to learn more about hip hop along the way and also see some reinforcement of the concepts that we talk about on this podcast, The 10 Traits of Successful Hip Hop is for you. Second book is The Social Media Cheat Code. That is for everyone who listens to this podcast who does not consider themselves an expert or really good at social media. It's not for super experienced people. It's actually for people who are on social media but are not getting the results you need. So what we did is I broke down like 12 or 13 strategies that I use all the time that actually work really well for me. I put it into a book. I gave you examples and I tell you how to implement it. That's a book you absolutely need as a listener to this podcast, watcher of this podcast. If you're on YouTube, supporting these books actually goes a long way towards supporting the podcast. So to support the show, if you like what we do, obviously we don't necessarily get paid to do this shit. So support the products and services that we create and these 2 books are a big part of that. We appreciate your support, and back to the show. What's up, everybody? Got some big news to share with you all today. I'm proud to announce that for the first time, I will be opening up my artist coaching and consulting services to the public. I have been doing it for several years behind the scenes, helping artists and small businesses achieve their goals, but it's never been something that I made publicly available, nor anything that I promoted until now. So if you're an artist or a small business owner, I'm now available to be booked for one-on-one sessions designed to help you achieve your goals as quickly and as efficiently as possible. If this is something that you're interested in, email me at superdutytoughwork@weightless.net. Tell me a little bit about yourself, and we'll get the ball rolling from there. I look forward to working with you all. Peace. Okay. All right, folks, we're back. Super Duty Tough Work, Blueprint, Illogic. We're talking about new years, new goals, new beginnings, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And the next goal that we're going to talk about, or next area we're going to talk about, physical fitness. Let's talk about how 23 went before we get into what we're going to do for 24.
Not good.
All bad. Bro, I came back from Alabama. Was it Monday? Tuesday? I ain't never weighed that much, man. I ain't weighed this much since maybe 2001. 2000.
Wow.
Fat
you up?
Yeah,
you up?
Bro, I'm staring at 180. Like, I woke up like, oh, hell no. Again, thought something was wrong with the scale because there ain't no way your man's is looking like that. Maybe I need to take off some more clothes. I don't know. Maybe I need to calibrate this scale more because
take my shoes off.
Take my shoes. Something not right here, man. Something not right. He changed the batteries on this John. I'm in denial. But that shit, and it's crazy. It's like, I saw that and I'm like, damn, man, this is not it, man. This is, if I keep this up, at our age, it gets harder and harder to lose.
Yep.
Eventually,
it's hard to get back.
Hard to get off. So I'm like, for those of you at home, like our last challenges, I was always ending between 160 and 165. I like to be around 155, 165. 160 is good for me. I feel healthy. I don't feel flabby or nothing like that. I'm lean and feeling good. 180 though, nah, fam. And a lot of it has been like at least 10 pounds has been in the last 3-4 months. 3-4 months. I'd probably gained about 10, 15 pounds. And so that shit is unacceptable. And so that was 23. I started out down, you know what I mean? I had some lows in 23 because we had another challenge, I think, where in the beginning. So at the beginning of 23, I was cooking. I'm trying to think of my low in 23. I'm gonna look it up. I'll be having this shit on my phone just so I can stay inspired. 64.2. Looks like 64.2 was my low. That was after our last challenge. I got down to 64. I even think 63.8. That's kind of like where I was at when we finished the last challenge. So go to 63.8 to damn near 180.
Yeah.
17 pounds? Nah.
Yeah.
Man. Nah. Yeah. This shit gotta go, bruh. How about you?
Yeah. Pretty much the same. I started the year out at about 212.
Yeah.
212, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And the most recent weigh-in was not 212. Bro, I'm up. I'm close. I'm back to about 230 almost.
Damn.
Yeah. So
you right there with me.
I think, yeah, I'm like 231, I think. And the thing that's crazy is like my belly The belly is coming.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
That's where it show up first, bro.
The belly is showing, and it's like, yo, like I've never bought so many extra large T-shirts in my life outside of this year, just because I did not want the belly to be protruding under my shirt, because that's not a good look, man. I'm a dad and all, but nah, bro.
Nah. We don't want the dad.
We don't roll. Nah, we don't roll like that. Nah. So yeah. So 23 was not good. You know what I'm saying? And then, tackle on the end of the year with Thanksgiving and Christmas breakfast with French toast and,
Yep, the usual. You always gonna gain some weight this time of year.
Yeah, always. And you know how my wife throw down.
Oh yeah, Taya don't play. She don't play. She putting her foot in that shit, man. She does not play. I know. I done had a plate or two from over there.
Yeah.
I'm like, boy, I'd be 300 pounds if I was eating like that every day.
Yeah, it's real.
I go right past 200 to 300.
Yeah, she be going in. But but this year I want to get back down to that, that 215, 212. I would like to get down to 200, honestly.
Yeah.
Ideally, but it's going to be a work in progress. But I'm definitely going to fucking actually exercise. I don't think I've exercised since fucking March. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think I've done anything, since like early spring. So, just be consistent and be a little more disciplined with my fitness. And honestly, like, I really, really want to stop smoking.
You have to.
That's like a big goal for this year. I really want to stop smoking, because honestly, when I'm working out, when I'm feeling good and healthy and I'm working out consistently, I don't smoke nearly as much, and it's a lot easier to stop. So if I can get that part going, then the smoking, I think, will phase itself out. Yeah,
and it might also have an impact on your appetite.
Yeah, exactly.
Like the smoking, and and obviously your desire to work out. Not. Yeah, man. My goal is I want to drop 15 first. I'd like to get to 160 lean. Like if I get to a lean cut 160 where it's defined and shit, I'll take that. I know there's some leanness underneath this shit I got going on. It's just I gotta unearth the leanness. I gotta
dig it out.
I gotta dig it out. I gotta scrape these levels of fat off, so I can get to the lean version of myself.
Yeah.
Because, some of us, they see you from afar, you be looking swole, like you know what I'm saying? Oh, this motherfucker big as hell. They think you big, but it's like, this shit not muscle like that, Chief. It's not.
Right.
This is not the real deal. I want the real deal.
Yeah, I had some homies like, yo, you been working out? Like, nah, bro, I'm just fat. Like, I just gotta be honest with you. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I'm just fat, bro.
From a distance, you be looking like you been hitting the weights.
Right.
You get up on it, you like, nah, fam, this ain't what you think it is. This is flab right here.
It's an illusion.
It's an illusion. It's an optical illusion. If I dress right, how you thinking I've been hitting the weights?
Exactly.
Trust me, I take this shirt off, you will know I have not.
Oh man, it's so real. So real.
So yeah, that's what we doing this year. This year, 15 to 20 is the goal.
Yep.
15 to 20.
15 to 20. Yep.
Really, I want to be down in really by March. So, listeners to this podcast, we probably gonna end up doing a health challenge at some point. This might just be it, who knows? But as long y'all know at home, we setting the goal right now. 15 to 20, man. 15 to 20. Yeah. I want to get back to 160, 165 range. 65 my peak. 160 is cool. And I'm lean at 160, and cut. So that's where we want to be. We don't want to be, because the thing is, once you start getting these weights, if you don't handle it, you be done fucked around and gain another 15.
Yep. Out of control.
Like you will fuck around and be 250. I'll fuck around and be 200.
Yep. Yep.
Like, damn.
Easily.
Because it didn't take but 3 or 4 months to gain 15 pounds. It could take 3 or 4 months, you gain another 15 if you don't address it.
Right.
Losing 30 is way harder than losing fucking 15. I ain't trying to lose no 30 pounds, man. No. So, I got to get back in fighting shape. So that's the physical goal. So yeah, we'll take a break and we'll be right back.
Word.
Quick announcement. Over the last several years, we've been asked many times by the listeners of the show if we would ever open it up to the public for advertising. We've always been interested in this, but we never had the systems in place to make it work properly. I'm proud to announce that we are officially accepting advertising from the public on Super Duty Tough Work. Meaning, if you're a small business owner or an artist and you'd like to create more awareness about your product, service, or release on the Super Duty Tough Work podcast, we're now in a position to do that. For more information, email us at superdutytoughwork@weightless.net. Again, that's superdutytoughwork@weightless.net. Email us there. Tell us a little bit about who you are, what you would like to promote, and we'll get back to you as soon as possible to let you know if we think it's a good fit and what the next steps are. Thank you for your time. Back to the show. Are you an artist who has the talent to succeed, but has a hard time executing? Do you have the will to win, but lack the plan? Are you tired of having great ideas that never come to fruition, or starting new projects but never finishing them? If you answered yes to any of these questions, reach out to me at superdutytoughwork@weightless.net to book a one-on-one coaching call. Tell me a little bit about who you are, what you're trying to do, and I'll see if I can be of service to you. Have a great day.
All right, folks, we back. Super Duty Tough Work, Blueprint, Illogic. Talking about New Year's, new goals, new beginnings. And we hope that you guys are participating at home or finding some inspiration from this, or, you know, knowing that you are not alone in your fatness. You know what I mean? Like, you're not the only fat motherfucker out there, man. I know y'all some fat motherfuckers listening to us, man. All y'all ain't lean and you know what I'm saying, like that. Or maybe you was lean and you lost it like me.
Right.
Like Illogic had it. He had the juice for a minute, man. He lost it. We lose
Straight
it.
Up.
So we gonna set our intentions and make this thing right. And so the last goal for 2024, the last area we want to talk about is just education. Things that we want to learn in 2024. Now, as far as 2023 goes, only thing I really learned, I mean, I guess I could say I learned a lot about trucking. Shit. I learned how to drive. I bought a truck. I learned how to operate my own authority, started my own trucking business, learned the ins and outs of that. So that's where all my time in terms of learning was learning that business. But in terms of artistically, I have not really learned anything new in 23. There's things I've tried to learn and there's things I will learn. You know, my goal is to try to learn the SP404. That's just for performances. Like, I don't really need to make beats on it. I don't really have any desire to do that, but I do want to be able to use it well enough to integrate into my live shows, and to go play like beat sets when I'm invited to, you know. That's one musical thing. Outside of that, you know, there's other little stuff I'd like to learn on the side, like Adobe After Effects. I might start getting back into that. I was about to learn it right before, you know, I started driving again, but that maybe get my Spanish up. You know what I'm saying? That's it though. You know what I mean? That's it. But mostly the 404. You know what I mean?
Okay.
What about you?
Word. I want to get deeper into these synths that I got, you know, really learn them and start integrating them, and especially in like my beat sets.
Yeah.
And utilize, you know, extra shit. As well as, you know, I really would like to paint this year. I want to start painting. I bought me a little paint set about a year ago.
Nice.
And I haven't used it, but I want to, like, because I used to draw and shit, you know, back in the day. But I would like to start painting. So I've been on my YouTube, you know, university, just learning the basics of, you know, painting and shit like that.
Hell yeah.
So I'd like to dive, deeper into that. And yeah, outside of that, I want to read more, like just period. You know what I mean? Just, I got a nice library full of books and half of them I've never read.
Yeah, that's real. That's real.
You know what I'm saying? So I want to, read a lot more and just get my knowledge up on just general knowledge, get my general knowledge up this year.
Nice. Yeah, I think those are all dope. Those are dope. Yeah, the reading thing, you reminded me. I feel the same way. I got to get back on my daily schedule. I used to have like this really sharp daily schedule where reading was a part of it. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
And then once I started driving, I couldn't maintain it because my hours were so weird. So being back home now, I'm like, let me just adopt the schedule. Reading is some shit that has fallen off. So yeah, I'm about to get back to that too. You reminded me. So yeah, so that's it, man. That's it. This is a shorter episode because you look, when you've been doing this podcast as long as we've been doing it, I know New Year's Day, y'all don't really be listening to these episodes. Y'all be having other shit to do. Y'all be recovering from the night before. Y'all be out, whatever, on vacation. Y'all be away from your cars, whatever, away from everything. So, we not finna be on here for no hour 15 talking about this stuff because those of you who are ready for this conversation, you're going to pick it up when it's time, when you get back to your shit. And then by then we'll probably have another one, in the bag. And, hopefully you guys got some inspiration out of this. Hopefully you guys wrote down a few goals of your own if you had not already. And if you have, I hope that you let us know and keep us posted, man. We're going to be doing the show a lot more often in the coming weeks. And so, we thank you guys for your listenership. There was definitely a period where post-COVID, things had kind of gotten super duper slow. And it was not the most inspiring to look at those numbers and be like,
right.
Damn, we was doing this and COVID hit. It was like,
yeah,
it's been slowly trickling back and things are back to where they were. And so we want to thank everybody for the listenership. That just means, we're going to put more into this. And that's it for this week. Happy New Year to everybody. Happy 2024. Yep. If you made it here, you're blessed to see another year of life. Do something dope with it. Spread some love and do what brings you joy. We'll see you guys next year.
Word.
Peace.
Peace.
Thank you for listening to Super Duty Tough Work. Subscribe to the podcast on iTunes. Follow the podcast on SoundCloud. Peace.
Shoot, I got styles already that's more complex that nobody know about. I mean, super duty tough work.